Hi everyone, welcome to the Rocket Hub Science site. Thanks for visiting my project and thanks for your support. My name is Matt Leslie. I'm a PhD student at Scripps Institution of Oceanography. I study dolphins and whales. The project I'm going to tell you about today that I need some help funding is a project about strange dolphins. It's the only dolphins that we know of with their dorsal fins stuck on backwards. We're trying to figure out what implications this has for their abilities to move in the water, plus what role this might play in their breeding biology.
So this is what a herd of eastern spinner dolphins looks like in the field. Most of the time you get a picture like this and you see all of these individuals and you can't tell one from another. But occasionally you get a good photo like this. You start to realize things are a bit strange. Do not attempt to adjust your monitors. And no, of course I didn't Photoshop it on backwards. This is a completely healthy adult male eastern spinner dolphin. This backwards look only appears in the adult males. Females and juveniles look completely normal. But the strangeness of these animals doesn't stop there. The males also have these weird humps in front of their tails and these really weird upturned tail flukes.
So I know what you're asking. Why? Why so strange? All the other dolphins are normal. Why do you have to be so different? Well, that's what we're asking ourselves too, and we think that the first step in answering that question is to ask whether or not there's any benefit to these animals in efficiency or in agility and maneuverability, or maybe there's a cost. Maybe it increases drag. We don't know yet. So this is what our experiments are going to tell us.
So let's think of our dorsal fins and flukes as wings. This is the X-29 experimental fighter plane. Trials of this forward swept wing design showed much greater stability and maneuverability at lower speeds over traditional backswept designs. So by changing the sweep of the wing to a forward position, you cause the airflow, or water in our case, around the wing to terminate at the body of the plane instead of at the wingtips. This offers more stability against low speed stall and thus greater maneuverability at low speeds. We can turn to another aeronautical analog for the upturned tail flukes. Next time you're at the airport trying to decide between Starbucks or Wolfgang Puck Express, take a look at your average run-of-the-mill jumbo jetliner. Engineers long ago figured out that by adding a bin to the tip of the wing actually turns that wing into what is effectively a sail, providing additional forward thrust instead of wingtip turbulence, which translates into drag.
So the next question you're asking yourself is, how are we ever going to figure this out? So the way we do this is we make physical models of the fins and flukes of these animals, and we run them in a flow tank. This is much like a wind tunnel, but with a lot more water.
This is the flow tank I'll be using to subject our model fins and flukes to different water flow rates, simulating different swimming speeds. That's a model of a cow nose ray in the flow tank now. As we vary the flow speed, we'll measure the hydrodynamic forces generated by the models. Again, sort of like a wind tunnel. In order to make these models, we have to get very accurate images of the fins and flukes, like these, with a medical CT scanner.
Pretty simple, right? So basically what we're going to do is take CT scans of the fins and flukes, and we turn them into models, like these guys, and then we put them into a flow tank, take some measurements. Unfortunately, CT scanning at a medical facility is pretty pricey, so that's where you come in. Your donations will help us get that done. So check out the more information sections on the Rocket Hub site, and check out the sections about me and about the project, as well as the rewards that you'll get for donating. I really appreciate your time and your support, your interest in this, and most of all I really appreciate your curiosity in science and nature. Keep going outside, keep asking why, and keep having fun with it. Thanks.